Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome, Divine Ones, back to another Thursday connection session. And it is day 2 of our chakra series. So, we talked about the root chakra last video. And now, today, we're going to be talking about the sacral chakra. And this is the second chakra, and it's associated with the color orange. But before we get into the sacral chakra, just a little bit of information about what the chakras are. So, the chakras are described as pools of energy within the body, and we have 7 of these. So, there are pools of energy that all keep us balanced and aligned and connected with the physical and the spiritual realm. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Denise, or you can call me Divine, and I'm a holistic health coach. So, talking about the chakras are something that I can talk about for days because holistic health means mind, body, and spirit. So, the chakras are, like I said, dealing with the physical realm and the spiritual realm. So, hope you all are feeling well. Shouts out to the person in the house, and that is Mama Nikki. Shouts out to Mama Nikki. Happy belated birthday. And we're going to talk about a touch on the history of Halloween and why we shouldn't be afraid of Halloween. I know a lot of people don't celebrate Halloween because we've been taught that Halloween is the devil's birthday. When that's a very simplistic. I'm not trying to be too harsh, but that's a very ignorant way of viewing Halloween. Um, I know people just say, "Oh, Halloween is the devil's birthday," but if we don't know or are afraid to dive into why Halloween is portrayed as such a evil and terrible day, then we won't really know the truth of things. And I am here to deliver that truth. I'm here to deliver the truth. um, and one of my favorite holiday is Halloween. So I've always liked weird, paranormal, just things you can't explain. Even if they were scary, I still had interest in it, just because I crave the unknown. I crave it. It's what I live for. I live for the secrets of the universe. Shouts out to Ralph Smart because he always says, um, the universe reveals its secrets to those who follow their hearts. And I always thought, oh, okay, Halloween is bad, so I shouldn't like Halloween. When in actuality, me following my heart and just loving the holiday because I love it. I mean, even if I wasn't able to explain why, following my heart, I found out some pretty interesting, amazing, and um, just really useful information about the entire season and why Halloween has such a stigma around it. Yeah, she does. Yeah, I do. I really do love Halloween. So let's talk about the sacral chakra. So, as I said before, it is associated with the color orange, and it supports our ability to flow with our desires, and it stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So, this chakra is very relevant to those who are looking to activate their manifestation skills and, um, you know, bring draw in that power that we naturally have, internally, so that we can manifest things externally, because everything that we manifest comes from the inside out. So if you're familiar with like the law of attraction and things like that, um, a most teachers and mentors and gurus and things like that always talk about um, cultivating the feeling of having it now, or acting as if. Um, that's the same thing as, like I said, cultivating that whatever you want to to appear in the physical internally first. So if I want to manifest $1 million, I have to already feel as if I am a millionaire. I have to already um, believe and have faith that I am indeed a millionaire. And how do millionaires act? How do they behave? What do they do? What do they eat? What do they drink? When do they sleep? So all of those things, and just you know, keeping the focus on the sacral chakra and being consistent, because I feel this energy of the sacral chakra teaches us how to um, definitely be persistent. I like to use the word persistent instead of consistent, because consistent means like it's like constricting, like you have to, putting yourself in a box. Whereas persistent means just doing something continuously. And it's very easy to do something continuously when you love what you do. So yeah, that creative power, stimulating our creative power, we become very creative and enthusiastic and eager and things like that when we are diving into things that we already enjoy and love. So the sacral chakra kicks into play really like in high gear when we are in those, tight situations. So this is kind of the root chakra and the sacral chakra working together. So say like we're in a tight situation, or someone that we love, even better, someone that we love is in a tight situation, and we need to help them. We want to, eliminate suffering and produce comfort and pleasure. So someone we know is in a pinch and they need $10,000, and it's do or die, like life or death. $10,000. This person needs $10,000. That drawn, like focusing on that sacral calm down. Focusing on the sacral chakra really gives us that energy and the drive and the power to be able to think creative thoughts first. Because yeah, we can manifest that $10,000 so that, our loved one doesn't have to experience anything unpleasurable or painful or anything like that. And it absolutely comes from that energy, that pool of energy. The chakras are pools of energy, so it comes from that pool. um and the sacral chakra is located just, I think it's below the pelvis. I'm going to read what it says here in the book for you all, just to gain a little bit more clarity. All right. It says the color orange is associated with the second or sacral chakra, located just below the navel. Yes, haha, there it is. Its location is just below the navel. It is linked to our creativity, sexuality, and emotional world. So, orange encourages movement and connection with others. It has a freeing effect on the body and mind, stimulating creative thinking, abundance, success, and appetite. And its sense is taste. Just like the root chakra, if you remember from last video, the root chakra sense is smell. So the sacral chakra sense is taste. So yeah, dealing with creativity, sexuality. So for those of us who feel kind of uncomfortable or just maybe indecisive or just not wanting to explore certain things in our sexuality because of the status quo and what's acceptable in society, that can really, that kind of stress and pressure can definitely block the sacral chakra. And when our sacral chakra is imbalanced, just like when any of the chakras are imbalanced, we experience life in a way that we don't really want to experience life. So when the sacral chakra is out of balance, we experience things like fear, depression, um, manic or emotional instability. So just, they say, like in Jamaica, bad mind, bad mind. You experience bad mind, feeling overwhelmed, loss of imagination or creativity. I know a lot of artists and people who are into, the arts, and they draw from, their sacral chakra for that creative power to be able to produce beautiful art or music or a lesson plan or a sculpture, anything really, anything is really art. But yeah, drawing on the energy of the sacral chakra really helps artists and writers and poets and things like that. um yeah, so when it's off balance, we also experience, like, it's dealing with sexuality, so we experience sexual dysfunction. And I know a lot of people don't want to talk about that, but I like to get I like to get right to it. Let's just keep it real. Um, let's share the information that's going to help everyone, because we're all human. Um, so like I was saying, if you're having sexual desires or things that you want to explore that you believe is like that you'll be ostracized for or anything like that, you will definitely experience sexual dysfunction if those things aren't being expressed, right? Because we are all expressions of source, the universe. We're all extensions of source God in the universe, and we all came here to express that um omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient power, that life force that's in everything. It's in all things. So we came here to express that, just like animals do. Animals are a bit different, but we're all connected. Um, Animals express their sexuality in certain ways. That's kind of strange or odd to humans. I know for some of the primates, they are homosexuals and heterosexuals. So, they go both ways and no one is like ostracizing the these primates for expressing their selves sexually in the way that they want to. So it's like um we should, in my opinion, we should absolutely give people their freedom, It's giving their freedom to be who they are and to like what they like. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like it or you have to go along with it, but just acknowledging that we are all an extension of source, and we have that free will, freedom, and the power to be able to express ourselves in whatever way we want to. That would help all of us, that would help all of us. But a lot of people are not comfortable with, how people choose to express themselves. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But yeah, so we got creativity, sexuality, and the emotional world. So definitely, this is something that I can relate to because I'm a very emotional person. People have always called me sensitive. Oh, you're so sensitive. Yes, I am sensitive. I am very sensitive because just looking at the word sensitive, it's senses. So you have your senses there, just like the sacral chakra is associated with the sense of taste. Um, Being a sensitive person means that your senses are just heightened. You know, you feel things more. You taste things different. You smell things that other people don't really smell. You see things that other people don't really see. So, yes, if anyone out there is like me and people call you sensitive, don't take it personally like I used to. I used to go cry in a corner somewhere when somebody called me sensitive. Now I see that being sensitive is a beautiful gift. It can be a little, challenging to navigate, but it's a beautiful gift all in all. Um, yeah, so being emotional, our emotional world, just having the the ability or possessing the capacity to express yourself emotionally. Like I always say, vulnerability is a superpower. Just being able to be vulnerable and showing yourself first and foremost and others that you're not just we're not just this hard, perfect, straight and narrow I don't know, type of being. We're very complex and we're able to feel all of the feelings. We're able to go up and down the emotional scale. And yeah, speaking of the emotional scale, Abraham Hicks, y'all know I love Abraham Hicks. uh the in the book, Acts and it is given. Abraham Hicks gives us this beautiful emotional scale for us to use as a reference when we are in the process of manifesting, because the sacral chakra deals with manifesting abundance and success. So we can kind of tie that in with the emotional world. So I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Yeah, so Abraham Hicks, Jerry and Esther, shouts out to all of them. um, yeah, they gave us this beautiful emotional scale. And okay, here it is. So you have two sides of the emotional scale. So one side is high vibration emotions, and the other side is low vibration. The two Out of the two sides of the emotional scale, where do you think we should be when we are manifesting our desires? Do you think we should be on the left side or the right side? Should we be should we be experiencing joy and passion and enthusiasm, positive expectation, optimism, hopefulness? Or do you think we should be experiencing internally in our emotional world, in our emotional body? Should we be disappointed or doubtful or worried or blaming or feeling discouraged? Hmm? 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 Think about it. Take a second. Bing. Yeah. So we should definitely be on the left hand side of the scale. So those high vibrational emotions. So when manifesting our desires, it's really powerful to just put on your sacral chakra music that they have here on YouTube. Get yourself into a nice comfortable position in a place that you won't be disturbed, where you can go within and draw on that energy of the sacral chakra and cultivate the feeling of joy, empowerment, freedom, love, Love, definitely love, the highest of the high. The highest of the high. Love, appreciation, passion, eagerness, happiness, positive expectation, belief, optimism, hopefulness, contentment. And then we start going a little bit further down the left side, and then we have contentment, we have boredom, we have pessimism, we have frustration, irritation, impatience, and then we have overwhelmment. So you kind of see, as I read the words, um, the vibe, the vibe gets lowered, lower and lower. So when we're in those feelings, or yeah, experiencing those emotions, because remember, emotion is energy in motion. Yeah. So if we're experiencing low vibrational emotions, then it's only right, or only natural for us to be able to pick it back up, to bring it back up. So how do we bring ourselves back up from those low vibration emotions? There's a lot of things that we can do. Definitely exercising. And it seems like a very weird thing to do when you're, emotional and just in this mood, in a disappointed mood or a frustrated mood or angry mood. Seems like that's not what you should be doing, but absolutely working that energy through um through your body, and just picking yourself back. You're literally picking yourself back up when um when we are experiencing these lower emotions, and then we begin to exercise. We release endorphins, the feel good hormone, and even dopamine. We can definitely get to the point in our fitness journey where exercising is definitely like a dopamine hit. you know Dopamine is depicted as the pleasure hormone, but it's really the desire hormone. It's how we know internally on a chemical hormonal level what we want. So when dopamine is released, we feel euphoria, and we want more of that. So definitely a healthy way to be able to bring those vibrations up, bring that the negativity and the bad vibes, or the emotional stress and imbalance back up to homeostasis, just neutral or higher, excitement and love and joy and all of that stuff. So definitely exercising, just eating well, treating your body with love and respect, drinking green juice, full of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is oxygen rich. So it delivers oxygen to our trillions of cells, and we experience disease when our cells aren't don't have the proper energy. If it's alkaline or not, and if we are lacking oxygen. So I'm gonna take a sip of juice. This is I didn't have any apples today, so it's kind of bitter, but I like bitter, because anytime I think of bitter, I know that it is cleansing the blood, because all of this green stuff, this chlorophyll is very oxygen rich. So it's cleansing the blood, delivering oxygen to the blood. So this is cucumber, kale, cilantro, and key lime. So yeah, you can imagine how that tastes. But it's really good though. Um, I'm feeling really good. I've been fasting for just a day now, and Fasting is another beautiful way to raise the vibration, because the energy that our bodies use to digest food can be evenly distributed to other areas that needs attention and healing and that energy. So definitely fasting is a good way for us to be happy in our emotional world. Even though it may not feel, just like with exercise, and it may not feel like this is going to make me happy. How is pain going to make me happy? Because we associate or exercising with pain. We associate um being on a diet, which I don't like to use the word diets because it has the word die in it, and everything is everything. Everything is connected. So it's like using that word is, it has that frequency, that low vibration of death. Um, so I like to use the word lifestyle. This is my lifestyle. These are my healthy habits. Eating or drinking chlorophyll rich juices is my lifestyle. These are my habits, healthy habits. Um, yeah, speaking of diet, death, let's talk about Halloween. Let's talk about Halloween. That little segue was kind of funny. um, but yeah, Halloween, the history of Halloween. So yeah, it's not the devil's birthday. It's not the devil's birthday. That's just a very um like I said, kind of ignorant way of describing this time of year. So Halloween is on October 31st, and the Halloween is the day before Dia, I'm gonna say this right, Dia de los Muertos, so the Day of the Dead, in Spanish. So we have Halloween on the 31st, and then the Day of the Dead on November 1st. And that's no, coincidence or anything like that. All around the world, people celebrate this time of year because it is basically the last harvest before winter. So the fall season, fall is very, it's like going from summer to fall. Things are slowing down. We're not moving around as much because it's getting colder. And we know when things are cold, they slow down, just like when you freeze ice. When you freeze water, it turns into ice. And when it turns into ice, it just means the molecules in the water are slowing down. So we're able to form a solid. Um, so yeah, everything is slowing down. The trees are going through a metamorphosis where they're shedding their leaves, they're changing colors because the moisture and the temperature and everything is different. But just because something is different doesn't mean that it's bad or negative or we should fear it. It's just different. Yeah. So October 31st was one of the last days of the harvest. To collect um, the fruits and vegetables and vegetation that the earth provides us with as sustenance, as food, as what we need to stay alive and thriving. So it's pretty much just a celebration of the ending of a cycle and the beginning of another cycle. But the beginning of winter is just like, it's the opposite of life. It's the opposite of warmth. It's the opposite of the beach. So, but like I said, just because it's the opposite or just because it's different doesn't mean it's bad. It just is. We have to go through these phases, and um, they all have some kind of benefit and serve a higher purpose. So the Day of the Dead is exactly what it sounds like. It's celebrating the dead, celebrating our ancestors and dearly departed loved ones in a way in which um the living and the dead can both feel it, because If you look at the Day of the Dead, it's November 1st. So Black Witch Yaya was explaining this on her channel. I love her, by the way. Yeah, if you're into spirituality and witchy stuff like that, definitely go follow Black Witch Yaya on YouTube. She's so gorgeous, beautiful, and very well spoken and knowledgeable about all things spirituality and definitely African spirituality too. But yeah, so the Day of the Dead is November 1st. Yeah, I thought it was November 2nd too, but it's November 1st. So we have the dates. If we look at the date, it's 11/1. So 111. 111. If y'all know about numerology, then that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But those numbers are very significant, and it is representing, the thinning of the veils, the veil between the living and the dead. So we have 111. So it's like this is the living, this is the dead, and this is the veil. And it's like the veil is very thin this time of year. So it is absolutely a beautiful idea to honor your dearly departed loved ones, your ancestors. And I was telling Mama Nikki and Mrs. Karen Barker about the movie Coco. If you want a beautiful visual representation and just more information about the Day of the Dead, watch Coco. Um, the movie Coco by Disney. It's a Disney movie. But it just so beautiful in the way that they explain the Day of the Dead. They explain spirit animals. Um, yeah, because I know you see like in for Halloween, they have the witches running around with their cats and stuff, and they call their cats familiars, and people like, what is that? What is a familiar? Shouts out to Bassett. Bassett is sitting right here in front of me. She's sleeping. She looks so cute. But yeah, they're explaining how to set up an ofrenda, and ofrenda is just basically an altar set up for your loved ones, so you can give them an offering of their favorite food. um I think the flower that is associated with de los Muertos is marigolds. So you set out the marigolds so that the our dearly departed loved ones, their spirit can find their way to the ofrenda. So you'll have to see the movie. If you watch the movie, let me know. When you say dive deeper with all numbers next week, please. Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna put that in with the third chakra. Because we still doing a chakra series. So the third chakra is the solar plexus chakra, and I'll make sure to note to add in some numerology. Disney knows the negative and positives of life. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, Disney definitely um does not shy away from, either aspect, the yin and the yang. They're both necessary. And I was reading this earlier today. I was reading The Meaning of Happiness by Alan Watts. And if you know Abraham Hicks, then you probably know Alan Watts, because they pretty much talk about the same thing. But Alan Watts was explaining how we shouldn't fear death because it's an inevitable part of life, And he says how we resist growing older, and we resist the changes and cycles and phases, just like, a lot of people resist this holiday season, and they try to act like it doesn't exist, or it's something bad and evil and something to avoid, when it's really not like that. This is this is, to me, um Halloween is New Year's, because this is the end of the year to me. Moving from summer to fall, it's like, oh, okay, yeah. This is the end. This is the end of the year. And it feels like the end because we experience a lot of seasonal depression and things like that. And I know that can um definitely have bring up some fears in us because of those, when it's slow and it's cold and it's like that. This is the time for us to go inside and not outside because it's cold outside. So it's like we're taking the journey within, psychologically and spiritually and physically, and mentally, going inside of ourselves and unpacking different things that we we can't easily get distracted from because it's summer and it's hot outside and we want to go do ratchet stuff with our friends. So yeah, so it's cold outside, so we can't really we can't escape those feelings that we were able to escape in the summer. um so we experience seasonal depression, especially when Christmas and those holidays come around, because it's like Christmas is a checkpoint to see how successful you are in life, and if you can buy everyone gifts, and if you can do this and do that. And those, like I was saying, depression and those manic thoughts and people going crazy in the stores buying stuff on Black Friday and all of that, that definitely blocks the sacral chakra and a lot of other chakras, and it just makes us imbalanced. It's not really natural because we live in a, on an abundant planet, in an abundant universe. All of our needs are being met, but it's up to us to see that abundance is all around us. you know um the my sister said, the birds and the bees are well taken care of, so why don't you think you are? The squirrels, the all the other wildlife and just beautiful creatures who live in peace and harmony without the interference of human beings. They live in peace and harmony, and they aren't starving, and they aren't um just attacking each other needlessly, without any reason other than mating and stuff like that. But um definitely the fall, Halloween, Day of the Dead is a wonderful time to connect with your ancestors, your loved ones. And it's not something to fear. If, you know, the only thing to fear is fear itself, That's the only thing to fear. Because why would you fear um, connecting with someone you loved who is not here anymore, you know? Just playing their favorite music, or wearing their favorite color, or writing them a letter and things like that. It's like this time of the year is really a good time to do that, because you may have a dream about it. It may come to give you some information that is useful to you in your life. And I know I dream about family members who have passed often, and I always learn something from them. So I appreciate this time of year, and I appreciate being able and open to um, receiving love in a different form, because it's the love never disappears when someone leaves this earth. It's just transformed. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It's only transformed. So yeah, Uh, I'll be going to spend a weekend in the cabins with my best friend Raven, and we are absolutely going to um, do a bit of ritual work, and just connecting with our ancestors, of course. But also, this time of year is really good for um, cleansing and preparing for the new year. Like I said, don't wait until January and December to, prepare for the new year. Do it right now. Utilize this energy that's available to us right now, and purify your thoughts. Get rid of toxic thoughts, get rid of toxic habits, get rid of toxic people, get rid of just things that aren't serving you anymore. It's a really good time to let go, just to let go and let God, let go and let God, let go and let the universe, let go and let source, let go and let you know whatever it is that you feel comfortable with. But all right, I've been talking for 41 minutes. This was a really fun video to make for me. I hope you received some knowledge, inspiration, love, support, and a little bit of guidance from what I have shared today with you all. So just one more thing. Oh, I am going to be introducing a few new products to divinefitnessvlog.com. So we have some all natural beauty products by Royal Herbs Beauty. So right now we have shea butter, natural, 100% organic, raw, whipped shea butter um, on the website now, available for purchase. So the shea butter is really good, especially for this time of year when the weather outside is frightful, and so is dry skin, because that's not cute, and dry hair. Um, I'm really loving how my hair looks. Um, and I owe it all to Natural Nix. I owe it all to Natural Nix organic, 100% natural, raw, whipped shea butter. So this is hair and body butter. And if you have, dry skin or eczema or anything like that, definitely grab a bottle of shea butter. And this winter won't be so bad, because everyone keeps saying this winter is going to be so bad. I don't think it's going to be bad. It just depends on what you want it to be. It is what you make it, just like life, just like anything else. So the winter will be what you make it. All right, okay. But thank you all for joining me again for this Thursday's connection session. Just want to remind you all that true wealth is true health. So seek truth and love yourself. Until next time, peace, love, and light.